Hi guys, this video is about the difference between 12 and 24-hour time and being able to convert between the two different time formats. Okay, so this timeline, literally, here has got the two different periods of time. So the first one that I'll look at is 12-hour time, okay? And that's the most common form of time that we use in everyday life, okay? 24-hour time, lots of different people use that format, lots of different jobs, people like the military, anyone working in space like astronauts, and that's to make sure that if it's not really obvious whether AM or PM is what you're talking about, there is no room for confusion if you use 24-hour time. Okay, so a couple of things we've got here to pay attention to. The fact that there's actually no 24, okay, because at the end of the 23rd hour, it goes back to the beginning, which we would write as 0, okay? Or I'll go into it in a minute, but the 4 digits that you would use for 24-hour time. Okay, so just to point out to you, we start 24-hour time and then AM, that would be middle of the night, so this would be midnight. Oops, midnight. Okay, this 12 here is the middle of the day. Can't spell today. That's an A. Okay, and then onwards we go through the afternoon into the night time, 9 o'clock at night, 10, 11, and then back to 12, which is midnight. So that's why we have no 24 hours after that. Okay, 24-hour time just goes from 0 all the way through, okay, to 2300, and then onwards from there. Another thing to remember is that the minutes don't change. And I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. Okay, the minutes remain the same. It's just the hour that changes sometimes when you convert between 12-hour time and 24-hour time. Okay, so let's do a couple of examples. And we'll use this table here to help us. Say if I had a time that was any time in the AM. Okay, so let's say we had 2 AM. This currently is 12-hour time. If I was asked to convert it to 24-hour time, okay, in the AM hours, it remains the same. The way we would write it is slightly different, so it would be 0 to 00 or 0 to 100 is how you would say it if we were using the military version, okay? So that's important to remember. Anything in the AM to convert is virtually the same, okay, just slightly different in terms of the way you would write it. Okay, once we get past midday, that's where it changes when you convert it, okay? So say if I had 12 midday or 12, that would become PM because it's towards the PM. So 12 PM or middle of the day, that would remain the same. Once you're past that midday time, let's say 3, that's when we would add on 12 to get our 24-hour time. So you can see that's what's happened there. So if I had 3 PM, okay, that would convert plusing 12, 3 plus 12 is 1500. Now we don't need to write AM or PM because by using 24-hour time, it's clear which one it is, okay? So if it's more than 12, it's going to be in the PM. So that's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, another example, let's say I had 7 PM, okay, that would become 7 plus 12, the 12 hours, 1900. Okay, and as you get really good at this, you're actually going to really quickly remember those combinations, you know, that 3 is 15 or 8 is 20, okay? But if you don't remember straight away, all you need to think about is to plus 12 if it's in the PM, okay? So plus 12 if in PM. Okay, let's do some examples now where there are minutes included, just so you can see what I mean by this. Okay, so say if I had, let's do an AM version. Say if I had 8 AM, 8:15 we'll put AM. Okay, so the way that I would write that, so we need 4 digits, so it's 0 because it's not past 10 yet, 8, 1, 5, or 0, 8, 15, okay? Remember to put that 0 in front if it's not past a 2-digit number. Okay, let's do another example in the PM. Let's say it is 5:43 PM. Okay, so I'm plussing 12, but just onto the hour. Okay, so 5 plus 12 is 17. And then I just write the minutes the same, 17:43. And you can see how I've sort of like, when I say it, I break it into hours and minutes when I say that. Okay, so if I was to move this down the screen and you couldn't see the table, let's do a couple of examples like that. Okay, let's say we do 6:12 PM. 12 minutes past 6 in the evening. Okay, so I'm thinking, all right, it's PM, it's past midday, so I need to add the 12 onto the 6, so 12 plus 6 is 18, and my minutes remain the same. Okay, let's say we go the other way and say I've given you 20, so convert from 24-hour time to 12-hour time. Let's say it's 20:52. Okay, so you're thinking it's 52 minutes past 20. What you need to do then is subtract 12 from the hours, okay? And you get 8:52. Now, when you're converting from 24-hour time back to 12-hour time, it is very important that you put either AM or PM. I know this one is PM because it's past midday or past the 12. The hours is more than 12, okay? If you don't put this in the 12 hours, then there's a chance that you'll lose marks for that. It's not actually correct. Okay, one more example this way. Let's say it's 23:18. Okay, it's past the 12, so I know that it's in the PM. Okay, so that's actually close to midnight. Then I know that I need to subtract 12 from the hours, and it's going to be 11:18 PM. Don't forget the PM. Okay, now just one more thing to point out to you. If you get a question, if you get a time like 12 like close to past 12 midnight, let's say 12:05, 5 minutes past midnight in the middle of the night, and you've got to convert to 24-hour time. Okay, so you're adding 2 zeros, 0005, 5 minutes past midnight, 5 minutes past the 0. Okay, all right, so practice with that will really help. That's really easy to practice at any stage of the day. Takes 2 seconds. You can get someone to quiz you on it if you like, but try to think in 24-hour times, because the more practice you get at that, the more automatic this conversion part comes. Okay, and you find yourself really quickly being able to do it without really thinking, hopefully. Okay, good luck.